Alright, so what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Dini Baby, and I'm back with another video today, and a player in particular I'll be talking about today is a player by the name of Myles Turner, who plays for the Indiana Pacers. So if you guys are new, please hit that like button, hit the comment section, hit the subscribe button, because this video will be a long video, I'm pretty sure it will be, so make sure y'all hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and let me just lock in. I'm going to get this video right and here for you guys, so make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and let's talk about the story of Myles Turner, and let's talk about this. The story of Myles Turner, a player who is under everybody's radar. Myles Turner is a player for the Indiana Pacers who spent 5 seasons there, which is a bit confusing to me, but it is what it is. But Myles Turner has been on the Indiana Pacers for about 5 seasons now, and he's been there for the most of his career, where he evolved and developed as a player. Before Myles Turner played in the NBA, he was a one-and-done player in college for the Texas Longhorns before declaring his name in the NBA draft with being drafted with the 11th pick by the Indiana Pacers. After Myles Turner, his development has been very significant, and he's been one of the best centers in the league that can stretch a floor out with the likes of his rim protection, so I think Myles Turner will be a good player for the long run. Where he's flourished should be a good stretch rim protecting center that can do a bit of everything, as he can do many things for you, whether it's shooting the 3-ball, passing, blocking, and even playing defense to a certain degree, so he's flourishing to a decent amount of that as a center as well. As for Myles' early life, let's take it back to when Myles Turner was just a kid born in Texas. Myles Turner started playing basketball at the age of 6, to where he had a loving mother and father. As then for his love for basketball, it then turned into professionalism, as for when he continued basketball to when he entered high school. Throughout high school, Myles Turner played AAU basketball for a Texas select team during the springs and summers to further develop himself and to gain recognition as a player. Myles Turner would participate in many known tournaments and camps, such as the LeBron Camp, the Nike Big Man Skills Academy, and the National Basketball Players Association Top 100 Camp, along with the Adidas Nations and the Elite 24 Invitational tournaments for when his time was in high school. Between Myles Turner's sophomore and junior year, Myles Turner was at 6'7" and he broke his ankle during the first spring game of AAU play, which hurt his chances for recruitment, but soon recovered and then gained 30 pounds through a 2-day weight training regimen to improve his game. As for Myles Turner in his junior year, after being fully recovered, Myles Turner averaged 15.7 points, 12.8 rebounds, 8.6 blocks, and this was a per game average, and he led Trinity to a 17-13 record as they reached the state playoffs for the first time in 10 years. And also the 9th time in school history, dating back to the school's establishment in 1968, as he also tallied up 6 triple-doubles as well. As for his high school career as a senior. As for his senior year, Myles Turner led the Trinity High School to a 24-7 record, a pretty good record for his high school team. ESPN ranked him as the 2nd best prospect in his class and the top prospect in his state. After Myles Turner, who was just a kid from Bedford, Texas, chose to commit to playing college basketball for the University of Texas and playing for a team of the Texas Longhorns. Myles Turner began slightly getting much more attention and just became a slightly better recruit due to his athleticism, ball handling, shooting ability, and natural shot blocking ability for someone at the height as for that position at the center position. In addition for Myles Turner playing for Trinity High School, Myles Turner attended many of the top camps as he played in the 2014 McDonald's All-American game, and he helped the United States team a gold medal in the 2014 FIBA Under-18 tournament. In college for Myles Turner, he played for the Texas Longhorns as he wanted to follow the college route as for NBA great Kevin Durant went in. As for Myles Turner, we all know he's a one-and-done player in college, and his one-and-done season in college, he averaged 10.1 points, 6.5 rebounds, 2.6 blocks per game, and shot 45.5% from the field, and shot 27.4% from the three-point line, and shot 83% from the free throw line. In college, Myles Turner, we all know he wore the jersey number 52 to honor his friend Abraham Rosario, who's a close friend and a middle school teammate who passed away from leukemia, as for when Myles Turner was in the 9th grade. As for his friend Abraham, he wore number 52 on the college middle school team after when he played with Myles Turner at that time. As for Myles Turner, he studied a major of physiology at the University of Texas. As for his end time in college, Myles Turner then punched his ticket to the NBA draft as of March 30th in 2015. As for Myles Turner and his decision to go to the NBA in June 2015, Myles Turner said the decision wasn't really that hard because I already knew I'd be picked pretty high in the draft, so I knew it's my good opportunity to go as he forgone his further college availability. Myles Turner, for his award accolades, he earned Big 12 Freshman of the Year and an All Big 12 third team honors after appearing in all 34 games as he made 7 starts during his only season at the University of Texas in the season of 2014 to 2015. As for Myles Turner, he led the Big 12 in blocks by a wide margin as he blocked 89 shots, as a person below him in second place blocked 31 shots, which was 31 more than the next player on the list, which was his teammate Cameron Riley at 57. Myles Turner finished third in the conference in free throw percentage and sixth in rebounding, as a good stat for him being a one-and-done player in college. For Myles Turner in his fifth game in college, during a win over St. Francis, on November 25th, Myles Turner matched a school record for a single game field goal percentage record that has stood out since 1962 as he made 11 of 12 shots in a 25-point effort. Myles Turner in college scored in double figures 13 times, including the 3 games with 20 or more points. As we all know, Myles Turner has spent all of his time in the NBA with the Indiana Pacers. His road to the NBA began at the NBA draft, as he got picked in the lottery with the 11th pick going to the Indiana Pacers of the 2015 draft. As he was selected by the Indiana Pacers to join a very competitive group, as he had players alongside him, for example like Paul George, Monte Ellis, Ty Lawson, as they are looking to compete on the brink of the playoff spot. Myles Turner played in 60 games that season and made 30 starts for his rookie season, as he had averages of 10.3 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 1.4 blocks in 22.8 minutes per game. But in that season, Myles Turner suffered an injury, which was a left thumb injury, which was a chip fracture, and he had to miss 21 games in the season between November and December during Christmas time. This was very misleading for Myles Turner, as he just started his rookie season and he suffered such a gruesome injury, so this set him back a bit. Then after Myles Turner came back, he had many of his first great outings as a rookie for scoring. Myles Turner had a 25-point outbreak off the bench in his 11 of 13 shooting from the field, along with 7 rebounds in 29 minutes off the bench versus Denver, in which they lost. Then in the next game, he dropped 15 points, 4 blocks in the next game versus Phoenix Suns, as it was in January. And then before then, he dropped a career high 31 points versus Golden State Warriors in a 122-110 loss, as it's in January as well. Myles Turner became the first Pacers rookie to score 30 or more points since March 5th of 2002, as Myles Turner recorded 10 or more rebounds 7 times with 4 double-doubles. In March, he was named the Eastern Conference Player of the Month for his performance in February, as he averaged 13.4 points, 6.6 rebounds, 1.8 blocks per game, while shooting 51% from the field during the month of February. Myles Turner, as he had those memorable performances against the Phoenix Suns and Denver Nuggets in mid-January, this performance led to him having a great performance in the month of February, as that got him the Rookie of the Month honors. As he started, he was very better in starting than coming off the bench, as we've seen here for when he started to start with the Indiana Pacers at the center position. For Myles Turner, at the end of the season, he was named to the NBA All-Rookie Second Team among all NBA rookies. Myles Turner ranked 7th in scoring, 5th in rebounding, 6th in field goal percentage, and 3rd in block shots. Myles Turner scored in double figures 28 times in the 6 games of 20 or more points. Turner helped the Indiana Pacers reach the playoffs as a 7th seed in the Eastern Conference with a 45-37 record, as they faced the Toronto Raptors in the playoffs, where they lost in 7 games through, as they then got eliminated in the first round. As for Myles Turner, he played pretty well in that series, but it didn't lead the Pacers to getting out of the first round. As for the next season, the 2016-2017 season, it was Myles Turner's most healthy season where he played all 81 games. In this season, he posted averages of 14.5 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 1.3 assists, along with 2.1 blocks per game. Myles shot 51.1% from the field, 34.8% from 3, and 8.9% from the free throw line. Myles Turner finished third in the NBA in blocking shots at 2.1 blocks per game, as he rejected at least 4 shots 18 times during the regular season, as the Pacers posted a 14-4 record in those games. Myles Turner ranked 33rd in the NBA in rebounding, 22nd in field goal percentage, and 36th in double-doubles. His 80% free throw percentage ranked 5th among all qualified centers in the NBA, while his 43-point field goals was ranked 10th among all NBA centers. In the Pacers season opener on October 26, 2016, Myles Turner recorded 30 points and a career-high tying 16 rebounds in a 130-121 overtime win versus the Dallas Mavericks. Then, on December 15th, he scored 26 points in a 102-95 loss to the New Orleans Pelicans. On March 26th as well, he had 17 points and tied a career-high with 16 rebounds in a 107-94 overtime win versus the Philadelphia 76ers. After Myles Turner, he joined companies like Shaquille O'Neal, Anthony Davis as the third player in NBA history under the age of 21 to record at least 30 points and 16 rebounds and 4 blocks in the game. As for the game I'm talking about where Myles Turner matched Shaq and Anthony Davis' record, was an opening night game versus the Dallas Mavericks where I said he got 30 points and 16 rebounds in the game. As for Myles Turner, he also became the 7th player in Pacers NBA history and the first since Paul George in 2012 to participate in the Rising Stars Challenge game, as it happened at All-Star Weekend. As for his Rising Stars Challenge game, Myles Turner finished with 12 points, 4 rebounds, and a block in 18 minutes during the All-Star Weekend in New Orleans. As for Myles Turner, the one game he missed was on November 21st as he suffered a right sprained ankle. He also finished with 25 points and 15 rebounds in the win over Brooklyn on January 5th, and he teamed with his teammate and Jeff Teague as he got 21 points and 15 assists to become the third pair of Pacers teammates in NBA history to become the only third pair of Pacers teammates in NBA history in which one player finished with 20 plus points and 15 rebounds, and another player recorded 20 points and 15 assists in the same regular season game. Myles Turner also scored 18 points and grabbed 8 rebounds and tied his career high with 6 block shots, and to help the Indiana Pacers secure a playoff spot as for the regular season finale against Atlanta on April 12th. As for then, we all know that, how he played. As for Myles Turner, in the playoffs, he started all 4 games in the first round against the Cleveland Cavaliers as he averaged 10.8 points, 6.8 rebounds, 1.8 steals, and 1.3 blocks per game, and shot 62% from the free throw line, and Myles Turner scored in double figures twice during that playoff run. Myles Turner posted the best game of the series and tied his playoff career high with 20 points as he went 8 of 10 from the field goal and shot 4 of 6 from the free throw line, and he grabbed 9 rebounds in Game 4 versus the Cleveland Cavaliers on April 23rd, as the series went terrible though they got swept versus LeBron James and the Cavaliers for nothing. In the 2017-2018 season, prior to the start of the 2017-2018 season, as I said, Myles Turner was selected to be a team captain for the team. In the Pacers season opener on October 18th of 2017, Myles Turner had 21 points and 14 rebounds in a 140-131 win over the Brooklyn Nets, and he missed the next 8 games due to a concussion. On November 19th, Myles Turner scored a season-high 25 points against the Miami Heat. Turner then missed 9 games again with the injured right elbow as the injury bug for him continued. Myles Turner in that season he scored double figures in 41 games with 13 games of 20 points or more. The Pacers during that stretch of games went 9-4 in which Turner scored 20 or more points. He also set a season career high with 25 points as he shot 11 of 14 from the field to go along with 7 rebounds and 4 blocks in the win against Miami on November 19th. After Myles Turner, we all figured in the season he had minimal action as he was dealing with the injury bug. Myles Turner grabbed 10 or more rebounds in 12 games with 11 double-doubles as he missed 9 games from January 10th to the 26th as he had a right elbow injury. And also, he had a left ankle sprain on March 17th, so that was another game to add on to his resume for why he missed games. In the season, he averaged 12.7 points, 6.4 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.8 blocks, over 28.3 minutes per game in 65 game appearances and 62 starts. Myles Turner shot 47.8% from the field, and shot 35% from the three-point line, and shot 77% from the free throw line. After Myles Turner only playing 65 games with a positive shot, though he was in and out of the lineup, as the Indiana Pacers made the playoffs, as they lost to the Cavaliers in 7 games versus the 4-seeded Cavaliers, as they lost in 7 games. And on that season, the next season, on October 15, 2018, Myles Turner signed a big 4-year, $72 million deal with the team, as for his performance in being a second-year player. After Myles Turner, we all know he played pretty decent after playing with players like Victor Oladipo and others. After Myles Turner, in that third season with Indiana, it was very memorable, but he was in and out of the lineup, and then it came down to a playoffs when the Pacers got knocked out in the Game 7 game where they were up a pretty good amount a bit in that series, and they just flopped. So I think Myles Turner, he played pretty well in the playoffs, but I think for Indiana, they're very close in beating a team, but they wouldn't get past the LeBron James and the Cavaliers in that Eastern Conference. In the 2018 and 2019 season now, on October 29th, in a 103-93 loss against the Portland Trail Blazers, as for Myles Turner, he had 3 blocks to tie James Edwards' 391 block record for number 8 on the franchise NBA career list for blocks. Myles Turner set new career highs in 3-pointers made at 76 and a 3-point percentage at 38%, and ranked second in the NBA among all starting centers in 3-point accuracy. On December 10th, he then recorded a season high of 26 points, 12 rebounds in a 109-101 win versus the Washington Wizards. On March 18th, Myles Turner scored another season high in 28 points in a 106-98 loss versus the Trailblazers. Again, on March 5th, he had a career high with 7 blocks in a 105-96 win over Chicago Bulls. As for Saturday, he posted a double-double with 10 points and 11 rebounds and set a career high with the 7 blocks in the win over Chicago. On March 5th, Myles Turner missed 8 games during the regular season, for one with his sprained ankle on November 23rd, and then another 4 games from January 6th to the 11th with a sore right shoulder, and then another 2 games from February 22nd to 23rd with a bruised left hip, and one on April 10th with a sore right ankle. And in the playoffs, they faced the Boston Celtics as they started all 4 games against the Celtics in the first round and averaged 9.8 points, 6.3 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 1.8 blocks per game. And they got swept again, and this was without their leader in Paul George, who left their team prior to being there a couple of seasons ago, as they had the leader in prime in Victor Oladipo on their team. Then the next season, 2019 and 2020 season, the COVID year, Myles Turner scored a career high 8 blocks in a 119-80 win over the Charlotte Hornets. Then on January 6th, he then recorded 8 blocks again in a 114-107 win versus the Houston Rockets. Then Myles Turner finished the season leading the league in blocks at 3.4 blocks per game. After Myles Turner, with Paul George's departure and playing minimal time due to the pandemic, the Pacers were a very competitive team, and they didn't make the playoffs that season as Indiana was a rebuilding team, and they're just in the lottery, so they had another year to rebuild as the league was in COVID protocols anyway. Then on October 22nd, 2021, Myles Turner recorded a wild career high 40 points along with 5 3-pointers and 10 rebounds and 3 blocks in a 134-135 overtime loss versus the Washington Wizards. Then on November 4th, he scored 25 points while scoring a career high 7 3-pointers and grabbing 13 rebounds in a 111-98 victory versus the New York Knicks. Then on January 28th, and he was ruled out for 2 weeks with a stress reaction in his left foot. Then on February 10th, he was shut down at the All-Star break. As for February 23rd, Myles Turner was ruled out for a couple more weeks from then. Then on March 28th, he was ruled out for the remainder of the season by the team and the medical staff. As for Myles Turner, he finished the season averaging 12.9 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 2.8 blocks in the 42 games he played, while shooting 50% from the field and 33% from the free throw line. But after Myles Turner, he had a long season recovering from injuries, but it pretty much held him back after Myles Turner's ascension as he likes playing in the game. But as for Myles Turner, he's known as one of the best 3-and-D bigs in the NBA, and he's very versatile. But for honestly, the Indiana Pacers, they had a center in their prime as for Myles Turner. But honestly, I'm really confused why he's on a team, as he voiced some of his frustration as not being a second option or a third option on a team. But for Myles Turner, I think he's a pretty promising center in the league. But I just want to talk about his time with the Indiana Pacers and his time in the NBA. But I think Myles Turner, he could beat the Raptors one day if he really wants to, but he voiced his concerns as he's had with the Indiana Pacers, and he doesn't want to really go elsewhere. So honestly, for Myles Turner, he's a very great starting center in the NBA. As for Myles Turner, he's a really great center in the league, and I want to commemorate his time and journey into the NBA. As for now, as he's struggling to find a home in Indiana, and I think he's pretty much found it, but he pretty much can go to another team in a contender, but we don't know what that is. But I think for Myles Turner, if he was a Raptor in his prime, that would be a good thing to see, as the Raptors very much need a center. And I just wanted to make this video on Myles Turner and where he could possibly be from now, from before to the time in the NBA to now, if he would even join the Toronto Raptors. And that's a video on Myles Turner and a journey to the NBA. So if you are new, hit the like button, comment, subscribe. And that's the journey of Myles Turner, and he pretty much came a long way as being a rim protecting center in the NBA that the Raptors could use. But one day, he could possibly be in the Raptors, and I hope to see that one day. But if you are new, hit the like button, comment, subscribe. And I hope you all enjoyed this video for Myles Turner's story. And make sure to like button, comment, subscribe in the NBA. As for Myles Turner, he pretty much had good leaders in Indiana, but it pretty much fluked as he played with players like Sabonis and others. But I think our Myles Turner just needs more production on a championship team, and that's pretty much my thoughts. And let me know what you all think of the video. And your boy Jimmy, baby. And I'm signing out. Have a great and blessed day, y'all. Peace.